11th month, 16th day, 2018. When I saw the date earlier, I had a thought right away that 11/16 upside down and backwards, that would be 9111. So I had that thought of the 9/11, of course. So I grabbed a couple pictures and I just wanted to share a thought or two. So feel free to entertain this or not. You don't have to accept this. And that's kind of what this quote is for. This is the mark of an educated mind, to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. I'd go a little further because it depends on what that mind has been educated with. If he had been educated with the indoctrination I was educated with, that is what passes for education, the public school system, don't know that he would have made such a statement. But anyway, enough about that. I had these thoughts about the 9/11 thing because that is, to me, that's the ritual that was conducted that brought the consciousness, the heart, the soul, the spirit, it brought it all down in the individuals that witnessed that spell and went along with the deception that was played on all of us, it seems to me. So again, you don't have to accept or even entertain these thoughts if you don't want. But let me share a couple pictures. I came across this because I thought about, of course, 11th month, 16th day. It's the 6th at the end, 16th day, that I thought, well, building 6, of course, on 9/11. There's not a lot of talk about that. So I put in World Trade Center Building 6 into DuckDuckGo, did a search, came across this site, which I can't vouch for the site. I know nothing about the site itself, the content on the site, who created this site, who wrote this article, but I started to scroll down through, just quickly glancing at it, took this screenshot, and I'll leave a link to the article in case. But like I said, I can't vouch for any, or the site itself, but it was the picture, because right there, the picture, it's circled. The explosion of Building 6, which was an 8-story building. 8-story building that made a plume when it exploded 47 stories high. So then I think right there, Building 6, if you flip that upside down and make it a 9, and then you see the explosion went up, it says 47 floors. 7 and 4 is 11, so there's another 9/11. And then voice of Tom Clancy, author. It just figures that this whole thing would be being narrated by someone, right? You know, whatever. Anyway, and it was confirmed that it exploded at 9:04 a.m. Building 6 exploded as, well, anyway, 9:04, that would be 13 if anyone might be happening to looking for the number 13 in this ritual. Anyway, moving on, Building 6 turned into that, a crater. It exploded to the sub-basement. This Building 6 blew up. So it used to look like that. Then what the story is, a plane hit the first tower, a plane hit the second tower, and then just after a plane hit the second tower, Building 6 blows up and it's turned into that. Right? Building 6, though, that's not the only one, because there was also Building 5 that was gutted by fire. So Building 5 and Building 6 being destroyed, well, there's another 11. If you take World Trade Center 7 that was taken down, plus those 2 towers, that makes a 9. So you got another 9 and 11 just within the 9/11 ritual itself on 9/11 that overwhelmed the 9/11 emergency service system. We've been programmed with this our whole lives without knowing the significance of numbers, of events, of things. We're shown magic spells to get us to blindly accept deception as truth and then to act on that deception. And then when we act on that deception in a violent way, we're kind of forced then, aren't we, to keep justifying to ourselves that we're right, that we can't be fooled, we couldn't have been fooled, that we couldn't have caused all this destruction and damage because we were lied to this whole time. Yet it seems to me that's exactly what happened. And that was exactly the point, to me, of the 9/11 ritual that was planned, it seemed, for generations out. You can look as deep as you want and research as much as you want. There's plenty out there. But to me, it's plain. The pillars, the towers 1 and 2, that's the consciousness, the sun and the moon, the left brain, the right brain. The building 7 that represents the spirit, that spiritual number of 7, that was the heart, the consciousness, the resonance of feeling and empathy and care being taken down. And 5 and 6, well, there you go. It's huge. It's huge. The deceptions that we live under, that we're trained and taught through indoctrination not to even be able to see and pick up on. So, anyway, those are just a couple of thoughts I wanted to share. Feel free not to accept or entertain them if you don't want to. Though, to me, it's absolutely important that folk do start to entertain other thoughts and entertain thoughts for themselves. And don't go purely off of what they've been told or educated on. To know there are different things. There's things going on that well, it seems to me we're on the same boat and we're in big trouble. The 3 and 4G have been irradiating and harming us for quite some time. It was set up to do so. The 5G is going to be even worse. It's a weapon system. Most of the food and drink out there that are processed by these companies are full of toxins. The vaccines are toxic. The vaccines suppress the consciousness right from birth. You ever wonder why so much of the population is right-handed? It's because they're stuck in a left brain modality of thought, because their consciousness has been suppressed. And it started from day one with the vaccines. That's why there's very little creativity and imagination of the right brain able to be accessed, to be put together for one's own overall reasoning of reality. Because the screen has taken the place of the right brain and of the creativity and of the imagination, while the left brain has been hammered for a lifetime, being programmed with faulty logic and just blatantly incorrect untruths and misconceptions and since it's gone on for so long, for generations, it's thought to be normal until one can realize inside themselves that things are not normal, and they take full control of their own perception and thoughts and emotions, because that's the other thing, is a emotion. When that right brain is suppressed, emotion can't be correctly processed either, because what the brain is taking in and processing through the senses, from what it sees and hears and smells and tastes, the right brain can't fully and correctly evaluate the emotion because the creativity is lacking. The quadrivium doesn't take place in that side of the brain because it's been suppressed until it's realized within and corrected. And it can all be corrected. One just has to realize one's own nature and the nature of nature. The electromagnetic nature, of magnetism. Of magnetism and electron. I'm going too far. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take all that. It just takes knowing you're being poisoned, programmed, and fed unnatural toxins on a constant daily basis and taught to think it's normal. It is not normal. So go to a natural plant-based diet is my suggestion. as fast as possible is my suggestion. Just trying to help. All right. Talk to y'all later.